Hello and welcome back to my channel for another Christmas project. It's Monica from Crafting with Quilling Lady and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. In today's video I'm going to show you how to create a Christmas card for your local swimming pool. I used a free gift from Creative Stamping magazine, issue 100. In the magazine you can find lots of different ideas and projects to try, but it also comes with 4 free sets of stamp sets. We've got Cute Christmas, Enchanted Christmas, Nativity, Nature's Garden Collection and Glittering Snowflake Collection by Crafter's Companion. For today's card, I'm going to use that beautiful penguin from Cute Christmas collection. When I was in the middle of water class aerobics in my local swimming pool, I thought about this penguin and I just had to use it for a card for my local swimming pool. I'm going to use watercolor card by Crafter's Companion and waterproof dye ink by Spectrum Noir, because we're going to use tricolor markers by Spectrum Noir and we need that waterproof ink just to make sure the colors won't bleed through the outline. It is the easiest and the quickest way to give your project that beautiful watercolor effect. As you can see, I've got a selection of tricolor markers, and what's really unique about them, they've got literally 3 different colors in one pen, and you can mix and match them just using a wet paintbrush to blend them really beautifully. In the top right corner, you can also check my other video where I created Christmas cards with tricolor markers with no line coloring. Super quick and easy, and I really want you to try that technique. Going back to our project, for the first penguin, I decided to go with the traditional Christmas colors, which are reds and greens. And as you can see, using that detailed wet paintbrush, you can move and blend the colors beautifully. And if you create your own Christmas card for your local swimming pool, you can use any color palette you want. Actually, for the second penguin, I'm going to use some purples and pinks, because why not? Nothing really stops you for using any colors you want. And using any watercolor, aqua markers or even watercolor pencils, and using a wet paintbrush to mix and blend the colors, you will achieve such a beautiful effect. And if you have never tried it for Christmas cards, please do it. It is absolutely worth the effort, and actually it is not that difficult. It's super quick and easy and very forgiving. And well, in this set with tricolor markers, there's actually no black color, so I had to use a zig marker, and all the names of the products will be in the description down below, so if you're interested you can check them out. So as you can see, adding that black color makes my penguin pop, and I love it. And to make it even more special, I decided to use amber color from tricolor marker and color in the beak. However, there is always more, so I'm going to use that clear sparkle overlay by Spectrum Noir to add that tiny bit of sparkle on our Christmas card for a swimming pool. So I'm going to color in all my other penguins and fussy cut them. Super quick and easy. I'm not really sure if you can see in the video, but actually the clear overlay really gives that beautiful sparkle on the hats. And as you can see, I'm using my scissors, leaving just a tiny bit of gap just to make my images here even more beautiful. But if you don't want to leave a wide gap, you can do it. The choice is absolutely yours. I love die cutting and fussy cutting, so this is perfect. I don't always use cutting dies. Scissors are absolutely fine as well. Now, our penguins are ready, so we can move on to our next step. Now I'm going to use a scoreboard, and I created a back panel. As you can see, it measures 12 by 17 centimeters, and I'm going to create that tile effect on a swimming pool. As you can see, I'm scoring all the lines with 1 centimeter gap. When you have any scoreboard, it is so quick and easy. And then I just have to turn my paper 90 degrees and do it again. But make sure you leave a gap in between, because they look like bricks on any building And it's the same with tiles. They just go every second one. And using a scoreboard is so quick and easy, and the effect is stunning. As you can see, you don't need an embossing folder. All you need is a scoreboard and a scoring tool. If you have never tried that technique, super quick, simple, and just try it. It is worth the effort, and the texture just so beautiful and neat. Have you ever tried to make your own brick pattern or tile pattern? If you have, did you use embossing folder, or did you use a scoreboard? Please let me know in the comments down below. To make it even more personalized for my swimming pool, I had to use blue color to add that blue line where the water finishes, and then we've got that wall, because that is exactly the same color in my swimming pool. And then I decided to use a little bit of blue for water. However, as you can see, literally the ink just dried in my pens. I really have to refill my pens. But even then, it's okay, because I'm going to add another 2 layers of acetate on top with a little bit of blue. So that is absolutely fine. And even then, my card won't be that dark. Now I've got heat resistant acetate, and this is very crucial for your project. I'm going to use anti-static bag, make sure there will be no fingerprints, and using my VersaMarker, I'm going to create that wave effect. I just drawn it. I know you can't really see in the video. In real life, I couldn't, but I just tried my best. And now I'm going to use fine detail embossing powder by Cosmic Shimmer and added to my acetate. The trick here is really to have heat resistant acetate, because we're going to heat emboss it now. And whenever you heat emboss acetate, I really encourage you to heat set your tool for about 10-20 seconds, because we don't want the acetate to melt. And as you can see, I've got my first layer of water in the swimming pool. Now I'm going to do the same, and this acetate is bigger, and that will actually cover my whole panel. And again, I'm going to use VersaMarker to create these waves and a little bit of detail. As you can see, I added some small dots for splashes, because that's what happens when you do water aerobics. And again, I'm going to use that white embossing powder. And please let me know in the comments down below, have you ever made a card for your local swimming pool? I'm really curious. Or maybe you made a Christmas card for any other local building where you go and enjoy your free time. Super quick and easy with acetate. And then I decided to add a little bit of color on the back. But before we do that, we have to stamp a sentiment. And this one I use from the Nativity Nature's Garden collection. And I'm going to use opaque pigment ink. And a tip here, use a clear embossing powder, and when you stamp your sentiment, please don't move your acrylic block, because it will smudge, and that's not what we want. As you can see, I've got a really big jar of clear embossing powder, and what's really good now, no one will see that I actually had some fingerprints here, because it's a clear embossing powder. Now we've got all the elements we need for the card, and yes, now it is that time to add a little bit of water effect. So I turned my acetate and I'm adding that color on the back. And what's really good about any alcohol markers, they dry really quickly on acetate. I actually checked with my finger if they were dry, and they were. I really like that effect. As you can see, it's not that dark. I think it's perfect. What do you think? Please let me know in the comments down below. Now I had to use my scissors to fussy cut the wave. Super quick and easy, and heat resistant acetate is quite thin, so it was super easy to cut the wave out. As you can see, I'm just checking if my alcohol markers are dry, and they are. Now we have to make some noodles for our penguins, because that's the main tool we use for water aerobics. So I just put the penguins here just for a, let's say, size reference. I wanted to make sure that the noodles are not too big, not too small, and then using alcohol markers, and this time I went for basics from Illustrators set, because that was literally the set that was the nearest to my hand. And this way I had some blue, yellow and red. And again, all the products I use in today's video will be in the description down below, so check them out. Now we have to fussy cut those noodles. Here they are, super quick and easy. And now I'm using my magic glue, one and only liquid glue, to adhere all those noodles. And if you have never tried that in your water aerobics, it is so much fun. And at this point, actually, when I completed the whole card, I thought, oh, if only I could put those two penguins a little bit high on the card, that would be amazing. I just didn't think at that time, and yeah, they just there. But that's okay. If you make your own card, just put them a little bit higher. On the sides, I use double-sided foam adhesive to create a frame, and then I adhered the first layer of our waves. And as you can see, I had excess of it, so I'm just using my scissors to cut it off, and then I'm going to use the purple and pink penguin in the middle. And I added another layer of double-sided foam adhesive, so I've got really nice dimension on the card. And I really encourage you to do the same. You don't have to use dimension for shaker cards all the time. You can use them for other cards as well. As you can see, this is not a shaker card, but that dimension, it's just so beautiful in real life. It's always a shame that the camera can't really catch it. I'm using a rectangle cutting die set to create a frame, and I'm going to adhere it on top. And for this one, I'm going to use red liner tape, which is 3mm, because as you can see, the double-sided foam adhesive is very thin. And to finish off the card, I'm using 5 by 7 inches card base, a pokey tool to peel off my double-sided tape, then a little bit of liquid glue, as usual, to adhere all those elements together. Super quick and easy, and actually that card didn't take that long. And I really encourage you to make very personalized cards, because the recipients will appreciate it and they will know that you actually spent your time making something and thinking about them. And that's what I love about crafting. You can make such a beautiful project. Yes, I know you spend your own time, but the effort is really worth. Now I die cut the letters, and that is the name of the swimming pool I go to. And actually that light blue and grey are the main colors in the swimming pool. However, I didn't have a grey card, so I used alcohol marker to color in white cards and then die cut all the letters. And literally, that's the finished card. What do you think about this? Please let me know in the comments down below. As you can see, there is some space inside to write your message for your swimming pool, maybe about water aerobics or maybe your swimming sessions. On the left and on the right there are other 2 Christmas projects I really want you to try, and if you feel inspired, please let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. See you in the next video. Bye for now!